All right, I wanted to share something incredible with you. If you ever create slides or ever hate creating slides more accurately, then you're just like me. I love doing presentations. I hate the preparation for them because I always have to create slides, which is the number one bane of my existence whenever it comes to creating slides or creating, getting ready for presentations. So I've noticed Robert Scoble talk about GenSpark a few times. I haven't had time to check it out. This morning, I had a quick chat to the founder just on X with commenting and stuff. And I actually wanted to get him on an interview. But I thought, why don't I try out the software? Because I've been doing a couple of presentations lately. And again, the slides were such a nightmare. In fact, for my previous presentation I just did last week, this is a real in-person presentation. I thought, screw it. I'm not even going to do any slides. I'm just going to do a mind map and show the mind map. And it actually worked okay, but I would have loved to get some cool slides. And, I just couldn't be bothered using PowerPoint or Keynote or, individually creating each new slide. So I did the mind map and did that presentation. But let me show you now the new way, which this is the first time I'm using it and I'm totally blown away, and I'm sure I can even optimize it even more, but this is my very, very first go at it. This is using GenSpark. Let me actually show you what's happening here, or let me take you through the genesis. So I needed to create a presentation last week, and like I said, I was fed up. I didn't want to do slides because it was just so time consuming. So I just created the mind map. So I went to my favorite mind map software, which is, I've actually been using this for years. And this is called, let me just see if I can, yeah, that's my full screen. So I use FreeMind. Oh, sorry, not FreeMind, MindMeister. This is the software here. Let me actually just see if I can get this viewed slightly better. So entire screen, let me just zoom out a bit. Yeah, you should be able to see this entire screen now. So I use MindMeister for creating my what do you call it? My mind map. And this is actually what I used for my presentation. I just went to the focused mode and then, went in there and literally zoomed in and clicked on things as I went through my presentation. And, people quite enjoyed it, but it lacked visual flair. So what I've just done now, I've just published this so I can get a public link for this presentation. I thought, hey, what the heck? I'm going to throw it into GenSpark, which is this one here. So this is from GenSpark. Let me just show you the founder of that as well, Eric Jing. So Eric is an amazing person. He's founder of or co-founder of GenSpark, but he's also done a bunch of other things, built business from 0 to 5.5 billion, ex-CPO for Baidu Search, and ex-principal dev manager at Microsoft Bing. So he's done a few pretty amazing things, and now he's co-founder of GenSpark. And here's what I did. I basically just sent my link in. I said, here's the mind map, please turn it into slides. Now, at first it couldn't do it because the link wasn't public, but then I did it again. I made the link public, try this link, boom. And then it started doing this. It just started going through the steps automatically of creating these slides for me here on the right-hand side. So I didn't tell it anything else. I just said, use my mind map to create the slides. Now, it's easy. It's relatively easy for me to do a mind map. And in fact, that's oftentimes my go-to method for organizing my thoughts and for whenever I want to create something a bit more meaty for a presentation, I go straight to mind map because that helps me organize my thoughts. I can move things around, get the structure right, et cetera, et cetera. But then I would normally go and try and, transfer that manually over to some sort of slide thing. And that's always where I get stuck. So this time I just thought, let's flick it into GenSpark and see what happens. So let's take a look. Let's take a bit more of a look because this is my very, very first time. As you can tell, I'm quite excited. So the colors are not 100% what I would like, but I'm still pretty happy with it. If you look at this is my mind map, and these are the slides coming through. So look at this. This is slide 1. It's figured out that there's a 3-step process here. It's created some nice little icons for it, and then cool. And it put the heading there. Even it created a subheading for me. I didn't have the subheading myself. That actually got created for me by GenSpark.ai. Amazing. So then look at this slide here. This was it's some sort of interactivity here. I'm not sure how all this works, but it got everything right. The scene, setting the scene, It's always been hard, but what if, blah, blah, blah. And then what you're going to learn. Boom. It's sort of decided to throw all these things together into one slide. Then the method is like, okay, cool. Nice little images, nice little interactive sort of things. I don't know what this will look like when this is actually a presentation, but it's like coding it all up, Tools you need. So look at how cool this looks. Tools you need for recording. Boom, boom, boom. It's like, it just makes it look, it looks very professional. And I haven't touched this. I've only given it one prompt, essentially. One prompt. Tools you need. Look at this. Examples, interview someone else. So it's like boom, boom, boom. I haven't even seen these slides yet. Look at this. Now, my only sort of critique here so far is that there's quite a bit of detail on these slides. So it'd probably be nice to spread things out a little bit, but it depends a bit on how you're going to present it and how big the screen is going to be that people are going to view it on. Is it going to be in the iPhones? Is it going to be like in a real presentation sort of thing? What I don't know yet is if I can sequentially let these things show. But let's take a look. So this is the slides. Take your video content to the next level. Okay, so this is like the last thing. Goodness gracious, it even has like a get started now button. What happens if I click on that? Let's see. Nothing at the moment. So I don't think that's programmed in, but that's okay. So I think it's supposed to go to a link maybe. Maybe I can program that in. Let's see if it's finished. I don't know if it's even finished. Okay, so now it's asking for adjustments. So I don't think there's anything more to do, but that's basically it. So I wonder now, what can I do? Let's say view and export. So just keep in mind, people, this is my very, very first time of using it. I've given it one prompt with my mind map, and now it's creating all these slides for me. So let's have a look. So here are the actual slides. Okay, this is pretty cool. I can now just go and hit play. I've never done this before. So now I've got the slides here. How cool is this? Okay, so it's showing everything in one go. That's okay. Looks like I can click on things here or move things around with my mouse. So if I'm doing this as a presentation, online, I can see this is going to be super, super useful. Boom, there's the next slide, the next slide, next slide. So I would have loved to be able to show these things individually. So not everything all at the same time, just to sort of help build things up again. So help build things as I go through the presentation. But hey, that is pretty damn good. I wonder if I can do that. Play slides, publish, copy site link. So I can export this as a PowerPoint as well. Wonder what else is here. Edit in Canva or Figma. So this is just incredible. So I'm definitely going to be playing around with a little bit more. Do check it out. It's at genspark.ai. Also check out the co-founder, Eric Zheng. Also check out Robert Scoble. He's introduced me to this. So Robert, let's go to Robert's one. There we go, Robert Scoble. So check out Robert Scoble as well. He's just at Scobleizer on X. Definitely make sure you follow him as well. He always has the latest updates on the latest tools and strategies. Definitely worth following, Robert. Definitely follow Eric as well. I'm new to Eric, but definitely doing some amazing things in the AI space. So I've just followed him as well, and looking forward to seeing all his updates as well. Actually, Eric, just by the way, had a very, very interesting letter here. I think it's sort of going viral, 39,000 views here, talking about the impact of AI and our jobs in the future. So this is actually a really interesting thing. Be interesting to turn this into a presentation actually using his software. Now, of course, GenSpark can do more than just slides as well. Of course, just wanted to let you know that. But this is just the first thing that I've decided to test with. And I am super, super impressed. I'm definitely going to be using these. Maybe I'll even use this for my live shows. Do a little bit of a mind map first using MindMeister. I love MindMeister. There's probably other software that I could use as well. But then just flick it into GenSpark and then boom, there's my presentation. The only thing I want to figure out is whether I can get these things to show sequentially as opposed to all at one go. But hey, it is not bad at all. That's already like 100 times better than I could do myself. Because if I was going to do this myself, I would honestly just copy and paste the text over into like a PowerPoint or Keynote slide, and it's like with no graphics, because that just takes so much time. Anyway, as you can tell, I'm pretty excited about this because it solves a huge pain point, and I think it just does a really good job so far. This is my very first time using it, but definitely keen to try it out some more on some future things. What I want to play around with is like the branding. I think it'd be cool if I can change the branding here. I'm sure that I can. And I guess the only things I would change is the branding, maybe the colors and things like that. And the other thing would be to see if I can have these boxes or things pop up sequentially as opposed to all at once in one slide. But this is AI. I'm pretty sure that would be possible. Anyway, if you guys like this, let me know. And if you want to follow up on this to see if I can make those sort of things work, let me know and I'll create another video on that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you inside the next one. Bye-bye.